Hey, my name is Ron Williams. I teach coping with cancer classes here at CCI. I have since 2012. Today we want to talk about how to communicate the idea that you may have cancer or some loved one you have has cancer. We want to look at various concerns that will perhaps help you in relaying that message to people that you care for. Imagine you go to the doctor says, well, this test is inconclusive. Let's do something else. So you do the next test, and then he says, well, let's have a biopsy just to be on the safe side. Don't think it's anything, but let's go ahead and be safe. And then after the biopsy, the doctor calls and says, I'm sorry, you have cancer. What happens when those words are said? Obviously, your life's about to change. There are two ways of effective communication. The first one is how a person delivers that information to someone else. The second part, just as important, is the message the recipient hears and understands. The first suggestion I'm going to have may seem a little bit unorthodox, but you need to convey to yourself that you have cancer. In other words, you need to wrap your mind around it as much as possible. I will go ahead and tell you that it will be very important for you to take the time that you need to think about what cancer will mean to you. A suggestion: the first time, the second time, the third time, however many times you walk into CCI or some other medical institution, take someone with you, because as you go in and you talk with your oncologists and doctors and staff and other such things, it's always great to have another set of ears, because they may say something that will make you, as it were, zone out. You may not remember anything else that is said, but having someone there, particularly if they write it down, would be extremely important. One of our ladies in our Coping with Cancer class told the class about how important it was for her to have a relative, not so much one of her children, but someone else that did not have as much emotional attachment to go with her for all of her doctor appointments. She said it was tremendously valuable to have him not only write down what the doctor said, but then to even ask questions that would be pertinent that she had not even thought about, because she was emotionally overwrought with what was said that she couldn't think about anything at all. Secondly, who do you want to tell first? Ask yourself, who comes first in my life? Who do I need to lovingly, carefully tell what I know about, at this time, my cancer diagnosis and other such things? Consider face-to-face conversations. Let them know that you need them on your side. Let them know that you love them, that you care for them, and let them know that it's okay for them to have questions themselves. You obviously are going to want to tell others. You've got to decide how to go about doing that. There are some wonderful ways to do so, and yes, there are also some very terrible ways to do so. Thankfully, in our social media world, there are some wonderful outlets, such things as caringbridge.org, lots of helping hands, or other situations whereby you can, as you see fit, either yourself or someone else, let them know what's going on in regard to your cancer treatment. The important thing is, as we communicate with others, is that we want people to know what we want them to know. And secondly, we also want to hear from them. Communication is a two-way street. And certainly in the midst of your cancer diagnosis and protocol, you will need what others can give you in regard to their concern, their love, their prayers, and other such things. Let folks know, this is what I need you to know now. This is what I hope to let you know later on. And most of all, thank you for your concern and for your help. Again, I'm Ron Williams, teach Coping with Cancer classes twice a month on Fridays, and we'd love for you to come be with us. Thanks.